We have new details tonight on what investigators say may have sent a RIPTA bus careening into a Warwick store.
It was first breaking last night at 10 on Fox Providence. Tonight, we have new information on the condition of the driver and the passengers. Plus, we had a look at the damage inside the building.
Eyewitness News reporter Susan Campbell is live from Warwick with the West Bay Mobile Newsroom.
The roof of this building is on the ground. There are large cracks in the walls. The owners of both of the businesses in this building tell me they are devastated.
It actually split this concrete wall.
When the police called last night, George Zervis rushed to his business.
As I walked around the corner, that's when I saw the back of the bus hanging out of the building.
George showed us a photo he snapped of the RIPTA bus inside the building. He also took us into his store, Rhode Island Paintball and Airsoft.
Some of the guns came off the wall.
Though there's not much obvious damage on his side of the building, George got some bad news from the building inspector.
They said it's not salvageable, so it's got to come down. It's 15 years of my life just got flushed down the toilet.
Police say they believe the bus driver, Richard Avedijan, may have suffered from a medical emergency which could have caused the crash. Police say Avedijan veered off the road, took out a telephone pole, swerved across 4 lanes of traffic, then careened into this building.
It was so bad.
Amanda Lansing was driving right behind the bus. She stopped to help.
We ran in, there was somebody on the floor. We found somebody trapped behind the driver, and the driver wasn't responding to us, yelling at him. It's a lot to take in to see them trapped in there like that. It would affect anybody that saw it.
Police say the bus driver is in critical condition at Rhode Island Hospital. Kyle Adams, a 21-year-old passenger, is also in critical condition. Paulino Cortez was treated and released. A third passenger was not injured and left the scene before police arrived. A spokesperson for RIPTA tells us Avedijan has been a bus driver for 22 years and has a good driving record. Coming up new at 6, we ask RIPTA if there are any physical exam requirements for bus drivers. Live in Warwick with the West Bay Mobile Newsroom, Susan Campbell, Eyewitness News.
We begin with the latest developments in a frightening RIPTA bus crash. The vehicle hit a pole, went off the roadway, then smacked right into a Warwick business.
The driver and 2 passengers were hurt. Remarkably, no one on the ground was injured.
We have in-depth coverage for you tonight. Target 12 investigator Tim White has exclusive audio recordings from police and fire dispatch.
But first, let's go to Eyewitness News reporter Susan Campbell with information on physical exam requirements for drivers. That's new at 6.
Police tell us one of the passengers tried to help the bus driver somewhere between hitting the pole and crashing into the building because he thought there was some sort of a medical problem. Now both of those men are in critical condition. When a RIPTA bus careened into a building on Post Road, Amanda Lansing was driving right behind it.
He started to veer off the street, went over the curb, he went straight into the telephone pole, and it blew to pieces. He went across 4 lanes of traffic and right into the building.
Because police believe this crash may have been caused by a medical issue, we asked RIPTA if bus drivers have to undergo any type of physical exams, and if so, how often. RIPTA tells us drivers are required to have a physical exam when they're hired, but after that, there is no physical exam requirement. A RIPTA spokesperson added drivers are subject to random drug and alcohol screenings, but police tell us alcohol does not appear to be a factor in this crash. Now the driver, Richard Avedijan, and Kyle Adams, a 21-year-old passenger, are in critical condition.
They were not talking. There was one guy, he was on the floor, laid down. He just kept moaning, and we kept telling him to stay still, don't get up. And the other passenger, he was just doing the same thing.
Paulino Cortez was treated and released. A third passenger was not injured and left the scene before police arrived. Avedijan has been a bus driver for 22 years and has a good driving record. Live in Warwick with the West Bay Mobile Newsroom, Susan Campbell, Eyewitness News.